Good morning. This is Laurie with 88 Angels. This is why we didn't see the moon last night here, is because it snowed and it was cloudy. It's 33 degrees. It's still snowing. You should be able to see the flakes. They're pretty big this morning still. Yeah, it looks magical, doesn't it? So the full moon was called the wolf moon. And I pulled the animal cards, animal meanings for the wolf, and let's take a look. The wolf has inner strength. If this is your spirit animal, that's you. You may be facing a challenge you feel less than prepared for. This is a reminder that you have all the tools in your spiritual treasure chest to handle this effectively. Take a step back and try to take a look at it with fresh eyes. The challenge. Here's the other one. Here's the wolf. This reminds me they travel together in packs. Be independent, but work together. That's the wolf. Let's look at our angel cards. Iahel is our guardian angel from January 26th through January 30th. Iahel wants us to gain wisdom. God, the highest being. Gain wisdom. What is that? Learn from our mistakes? Read more books? Desire to know. The acquisition of wisdom. And we have the Ten of Swords. The beginning of the end. And here we have, look, the Tower. Wow. The Tower. I was so intrigued by this card because if you fall, it's an accident, right? It would be something just quick, you know what I mean? Let's look at it. I wanted to look at it from the other angle. So here's the Tower card from the other angle. And this person has a very surprised look on their face. Like they got caught doing something. That was always my gut feeling when my hater decided to rage, is that they were doing something that they were ashamed of, or they got caught doing something. You know what I mean? That look on your face, or the kid's face when they're got caught. You know what I mean? But the Ten of Swords is starting over. New. Starting over new. Not back where we started. Not choosing the same road. The map they gave us was no good. This time we're going to be getting our directions from angels. This do-gooder's game is coming to a screeching halt. They did their best to keep us down, begging for breadcrumbs. Tried as they may, sword after sword, throwing at us every insult within their grasp. As if they'd practiced. It was really creepy. They even used the children, the poor kids left high and dry, baited with empty promises to betray us. It worked for a while until the hater couldn't hold their hate at bay anymore. And then they couldn't help but take off their mask. The kids didn't have a chance. They were set up too. Their innocence stolen trying to help save the world of a hopeless leech liar. And were taught the true meaning of hate, the depths of hate. The egotist was willing to go to make themselves feel powerful, knows no bounds. An unmasked bully is terrifying. And to this day, I don't know why they took so long to expose themselves to me, except I never lived there. And I'll admit, I ignored the red flags. There were a few I can think back and say, was that part of it? I chose to ignore the red flags. Every time I got blamed for their unhappiness for not being good enough. Until that one fateful day, they showed us their true colors. They changed their personality. And my loved one ceased to exist. Angels were there that day with me. I might not have realized, but otherwise I might not have been able to get home safe. I was very confused and extremely upset. I got home safe the day their flying monkeys attacked me. More loved ones fallen by the wayside, caught up in the web of lies. The hardest thing to do is maintain our integrity, our self-respect, our boundaries. Angels are proud that we stayed out of the mud and didn't stoop to their level. We kept our shoes clean, and here's the tower. The tower is fast changes. And we did our best to understand their side, to negotiate peace. We stood up for angels, kindness, grace, honor, generosity, and patience. And they didn't want to hear it. Their plan was already set in motion, another setup. They didn't want to resolve or diffuse, so now they get a dish best served by the universe, a tower. And we are being asked to step out of the way. The universe and angels are going to stand up for us. This is a tower. This is not a sword. It's not an insult, not a slap on the wrist. A tower is serious. Trust the universe and you will hear, "Well, I didn't see that one coming." And know the universe has more experience with these things than us. The universe is more clever, more swift. I'm sorry to say, more destructive. And keep in mind, this is not going to be a victory. More like resolve. Not a celebration. And no one will be laughing. So sad it had to come to this. We would have helped them if they had let us. Otherwise, keep your integrity and honesty safe. And no matter what you hear, sob stories, a cry fest, drama, theatrics, that's what I call it, theatrics. Think of the sirens that tried to entice us to crash. When we needed you to be our lighthouse. Remember how hard it was to pull yourself up, to spark your imagination, to find your inner artist after continuous beatdowns. If you step back in, it's not going to be pretty. And angels say this is a tough one. And I wanted to talk about the wolf for a second. The wolf was glamorized. Your inner strength is what you're going to need. Because they're going to cry wolf, and they're going to cry loud. It's another smoke screen. Angels don't want you to get involved. They want you to step out of it and step back. The hardest thing for us that we're going to have to do now is keep to ourselves. With solitude and integrity. The angels say this is a tough one. So do your best. Find something else to do. And just want to tell you the angels love you very much. Thank you, angels. Thank you, viewers and subscribers, and thank you for hitting the subscribe button. It means everything. And let's take another look at our snowstorm with all the birds. It's so beautiful out here right now. Look, the squirrels, the snow, and you can see the snowflakes. Take care of yourself. I'll talk to you soon. I love you. Bye.